Hello and welcome back to this week's movement lesson. Today we're talking about water, the journey of a few different kinds of water drops like wastewater, salt water, and fresh water, and what it might look like to be inspired by water for movement, how artists use water all of the time for inspiration. So let's warm up. If you are in your chair, you'll stand up quietly, push your chair in, and stand behind it like this. If you're sitting on the floor, you will stand up right where you are and put your arms by your side and your feet together. I say, "Hello, class," and you say, "Hello, Miss Kelsey." Let's try. Hello, class. Hello, class. Very good. Now I'm going to do a move first, and then you do it back and say, "Hello, Miss Kelsey." Hello, class. Hello, class. Hello, class. Hello, class. Hello, class. Hello, class. Great. Let's continue our warm-up with some shape making. Now remember, these are fantastic shapes, so I'm using my whole body. It's a shape I've never seen before, and it does not look like my friend's shape. Let's see. First, let's make a high shape. You can make this shape or you can make a different one. Now, a middle shape. You could make this shape, but I hope you think of your own middle shape. And then a low shape. Try again. One high shape. One middle shape. One low shape. Stand tall. That means put your feet together and your arms by your side. Great. Now let's add some transitions. First, we're doing non-locomotor transitions. That means it happens in one place. So do I go over there? No. Do I go over there? No. I'm gonna stay in my spot. And high shape. Now I'm going to spin to transition, middle shape. Then I'm going to wiggle to my low shape. Stand tall. Great. Let's try some locomotor transitions. That means I am moving to a new spot. Do I stay here? No! I'm gonna find a new spot. But first, let's look around and really think about this. When I'm looking for my new spot, I want to make sure that it's not close to any furniture or people or teachers. You want your own space. Let's check it out. I think we're ready. Everybody make a high shape. Now everybody tiptoe slowly to a new spot. Don't get close to my friends. Make sure there's room. Middle shape. Now we're going to slide to a low shape. Stand tall. Great, those were shapes with a locomotor transition. So I found a new spot. They moved from one place to a new place. Great warm-up. week we talked about movement quality, and that just means that I can move in different ways. It inspires very different looking movement when I bring in movement quality. So let's take a look at what those words were. The first was percussive. Think of drums or any kind of sound instrument, but I'm going to use my body. So imagine if I'm drumming like this. You try. And stop, 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 stop. Move and stop, move and stop. Move and stop, move and stop. Move and stop, move and stop. Move and stop. That's how I think of percussive movement quality. The next one is sustained. So that means I'm sustaining my movement by never stopping. And it could be fast like this or slow like this. Everyone move in a sustained movement quality. Just keep moving. Freeze. Great. That is sustained movement quality. What was the first one again? Oh, percussive. Great. Now everybody say sustained. Yes, we have percussive. And then we have sustained. Very different. Next we have vibratory. Think of something vibrating. You try. Vibratory movement. Yeah, it's just kind of weird, but think of yourself vibrating, or maybe you could just move one body part. Or like this. Maybe your shoulder, maybe a knee, or your feet. Vibratory movement. Everybody say vibratory. Great. And the next one we're looking at is rebound. Can anybody show me what rebound looks like? Who remembers? Ah, I see. Rebound. Things go down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. You try. Up, down, up, down, up. This is rebounding. This one's probably my favorite. Stand tall. Right, that's a rebound movement quality. And next, explode. Let's bring it down. Explode! 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 Maybe we could just explode one arm like this. This arm. Explode one leg. And the other leg. Shoulders. Head. Great. And the last one, probably your favorite, collapse. It's kind of hard to go anywhere from there, but maybe we could just collapse one body part at a time. collapse, 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 collapse. Stand tall. Great. Those were all the movement qualities we discussed. I'm going to give you 1 minute to practice. You can put together some of those movement quality words. Pick your favorites or your least favorites, put them together, and make a dance. Remember, when you're practicing, you're not touching your friends or talking to other people. You're working safely and silently in your spot. 1 minute, go. Now let's move on into the water. First, we're going to look at the journey of a water drop. But different types of water probably have different types of journeys. The first one we're looking at is fresh water. Where do I find fresh water? I'm thinking of a lake. A big lake. There's all this water just kind of hanging out. It doesn't move a whole lot because it's trapped, or so we think. So let's imagine a little water drop in that big old lake. Maybe it moves a little bit like this, but it's not quite like an ocean. It doesn't have the journey of wastewater. It's moving just a little bit, right? But is it way up high? No, it's probably pretty low. And it's moving just a little bit. And maybe it's a very sunshiny day. So what happens to water when the sun is shining? It evaporates. How do we evaporate? Well, we can't, but we could pretend by maybe doing something like this. Definitely a sustained movement quality. Well, I can't go any higher, so let's just pretend that we went all the way up into the clouds. Let's try again. I'm a water drop in a lake. Imagine what your lake looks like. Maybe there's mountains around it, maybe trees, maybe frogs. Hey, frog. And then we evaporate. And then I get to the clouds. Maybe they move around like this. It's a fairly calm day. And then the rain wiggles out. And it falls back down into the lake. Pretty simple journey. Let's try again. We evaporate. And we're clouds. different. Oceans have waves, so water drops don't really sit still. They're moving like this. The waves come in, the waves go out. Waves come in, waves go out. In and out. In and out. But still, the water droplet evaporates. And then it's in a cloud, but this cloud is a storm cloud. Maybe we need to be a little vibratory. And then the rain comes down. And then we're back in the ocean. This one's kind of a wild journey. It evaporates. Storm cloud. And then it rains. Oh no, and we're in the waves. Waves. One more time. Let's evaporate. Storm cloud. And it rains. And the waves. Good job. The last type of water we have is wastewater. It's not really a glamorous journey per se, but let's take a look. First, what is wastewater? Toilet! There's wastewater in there. Ugh. But where does that water come from? Well, it actually has to be filtered through quite a few things, and it comes in through pipes. So I imagine this water kind of like wiggling through, maybe squeezing by. It just wiggles through. And now we're in the toilet. It's okay, we're a water drop. Try not to think about anything else related to that. And then there's a flush. What happens to all those water drops when you flush? They swirl around like this and go down at the same time. You try. Whoa. And then it has to wiggle through some pipes again. And we're back. A clean, filtered water drop hanging out in the toilet. And then there's a flush. Oh no! Through the pipes. Squeezing through. All of the pipes. Moving back down. Where do we land? The toilet. Flush. You get it. Good job. I'm going to give you 1 minute to explore your water drop journey. Think of which one was your favorite. Freshwater, saltwater, wastewater. How can you make your journey look a little bit different? Think of different movement qualities you could use. Maybe you're going a different direction. Maybe you're a tiny water drop or a really big one. You have 1 minute to explore your water drop's journey. Artists have been inspired by water forever. Why is that? They've been painting, sculpting, dancing like water forever. Water is just so rich for inspiration. So I gathered a few inspired water clips to see if we could mimic the movement. Have that water inspire us to create new ideas. Let's take a look. So the first one we're looking at is a waterfall. I want you to just pause for a second and notice some things. First, the waterfall is obviously going down. Waterfalls don't go up. It's really just down, but try to imagine if you could find some movement there. Maybe some vibratory movement. There's some water drops spraying off in every direction. So your waterfall might look something like this. Maybe there's water spraying everywhere. What does your waterfall look like? Great job. The next one we're looking at is these drips. Seems pretty boring, but I see sustained movement. It's something that's happening over and over. It's pretty much the same, but maybe the drips are closer together or further away. Pause for a second and notice what you could do to show these drips. You have a 30-second timer to try this out. I'm maybe looking for some sustained movement. Let's see what you come up with. Oh, very interesting ideas. The next one we have is this rain. But it doesn't have to be this rain. It could be slow rain or fast rain or rain that comes in sideways. Pause for a moment and notice what kind of movement you see with this rain. Now I'm going to give you 30 seconds to try it out. I want everybody's rain to be completely different. Maybe there's lightning, maybe there's thunder, but only use your body to show this. Do I make any sounds? No. I'm moving quietly to look like rain. Now think of this drain, but there could also be lots of drains, storm drains, bathtub drains, sink drains, and the water probably moves differently towards each drain. So look closely at this one. And now you have 30 seconds to imagine how water would move into a drain. Use your body to show what this might look like. Maybe I'm swirling down. Maybe I'm going really fast towards the bottom. Try it out. We're moving safely and silently. And the last one is the ocean. More specifically, ocean waves. They go back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes they're really big waves, sometimes really small waves. Pause for a moment and think how you can move this with your body. Now you have 30 seconds to try it out. We're moving safely and silently. Waves do go back and forth, but they also make curves and circles even. Try to make your body look like a wave. You can see why artists are inspired by water. It's rich with ideas and inspiration. I want you to take all of those ideas and imagine how you could put that together. Maybe you're so inspired, you create something else. Draw a picture, paint something, sculpt something, inspired by water. Today we looked at the journey of freshwater, saltwater, and wastewater, and how everyone can be inspired by water's journey. Everybody, breathe in through your nose. 2 more times. 1 more time. Cross your arms. Show your teacher you are ready to listen.